bottom line is that, but this is, when I told the story, the interesting thing, it was my wife who went off the charts. A practice had to either declare bankruptcy or sell themselves to the hospital. Why? Because the medical sequester cut on Medicare had just eroded everything. They basically said we had to make a decision. They went to the hospital. The hospital is a 340B hospital. So now they're in the hospital. The patients who are mid-treatment come in to the same facility. They're seen by the same physician. They're getting their chemo by the same nurses, and they're getting the bills on the back end, and they're saying, wait a minute, why did my bill go up in some cases 50%? They're not getting the benefit, Bruce, of that drug. That isn't being passed on. It's the facility, and they're actually paying more. But I'll go one step worse. So an administrator gets a great idea and says, for those patients who are getting R-CHOP, multiple myeloma, which of course, as the physicians know here, is a cocktail of drugs, of a brand drug and a couple of generic drugs. They said, we want you to take the drug that is the Rituxan, the brand drug, and we want the patient to drive 6.3 miles down the road. And we want you to split it up. You can give the generics. Why? Because this facility yet didn't have 340, they weren't 340B, the hospital is, but literally the pharmacy there. So they wanted the patients to drive down. They wanted to split what you all know is given together, because that brand drug was discounted to the point that the hospital made $6,300 a dose on it when that happened. So it's crazy patient care. So when my wife heard that, she said, wait a minute, that's ridiculous. And so it's crazy patient care, and it just doesn't make sense, all for financials. And that's the problem with 340B right now. And I'll say one more thing, and then I'll stop, is when it blows up, when it blows up, because all bubbles in the history of mankind, starting with tulip bulbs back in the 1600s, mostly real estate, 340B is a bubble. When it blows up, who's going to get hurt? Patients.
I'm not sure it's going to blow up. I think that the policies are going to be enacted to constrain its current growth. I think it's going to be hard to dial it back.
But I agree with you. I agree with you, Scott. But the problem is, as you well know, the pendulum in D.C. usually does not modulate right here. It goes from here to here. So when it swings that other way, the problem is you may get some of the clinics that are so well in need that I tell them all the time, look, you should be protecting your base. We will protect your base. Worry about the hospitals. And not all hospitals do it wrong. A lot of hospitals do it right. But worry about the hospitals that are really taking advantage.
What's going to blow it up is oversight. There's going to be probably.
But I'm not sure. The question is, will it blow it up, or will
I
it
don't
just
think it will.
bring it under control?
I think it'll bring it.
But I want to go to the payer side.